so tired by the time everything's done, then what's the point? Gracias. Gracias. By this point, we had been going non-stop since the early morning, and we were kind of tired, but to be honest, this is part of the experience. So I try to minimize how much I do during it, like editing on the plane or things like that that I can avoid doing. If I don't feel like it, I just don't. Did they say where to pick up the luggage? Did they say where to get the luggage? The most important part of my daily routine is having the freedom to choose if there's enough room to do something or not. Our peace and mental health is more important than anything else. So we checked in our bags last minute, so now we have to wait to get them, but it kind of worked out because it was less of a headache. The plane was completely full. I'm kind of ready for the day to end. Yeah. Do you agree? Are you hungry for dinner? I haven't picked a dinner spot. Seriously? Yeah. That's our bag right there. She wanted to wait until dinner. Oh, we were here. Go, Kira. Go, Kira. Go, Kira. We have to go to gate 3 to be able to catch an Uber. No, mi amor, no tengo ni idea dónde está. Bueno, agárralo. Travel can be stressful and chaotic. So, when you live a slow life and you travel all the time, it's kind of important to find peace in every moment. And I kind of achieve that by minimizing the chaos around us, trying to schedule the least possible. That way we can roll with the day, and if the plane is late, it doesn't matter. Just see the name? Because that won't cause a ripple effect on your day. And you're able to more easily deal with things that come up. We made it. We're officially in Mexico City. So, we're starving. We're gonna go find some food. Like being super hungry. On the stairs. By this time, it was already 8 p.m. or so most of the places were closed and all that was open were taquerias. If they have tacos, you want to ask or you want to go to that place? We can eat at any of these. But luckily, we had passed by one that definitely caught Akira's attention, and she was adamant about going back to. Later, as I was editing, come to find out that that's the place that Anthony Bourdain recommends. This place had all kinds of meat being cooked right in front of you, juicy looking and prepped in a log. After this, we saw the log being used in several places, but at first I was kind of surprised. But the sauces looked fresh, the vegetables looked fresh. I can totally see why she was attracted to it. So I picked the hotel we were in because of the proximity to historic sites. So the next morning we just decided to start walking to get to know the area because Mexico City is huge, and how do you even start to choose which sites to see and which ones not? And how do you even narrow it down? So we decided to visit by foot whatever was close by, until I got a brilliant idea that I would soon regret. So today we decided to explore. We're just gonna walk around, Uber around. We're waiting for an Uber now because we don't really know where to go, and Mexico City seems to be very, very big. So that's what we're gonna do.
What's picking us up again?
An Uber. What's your first impression of Mexico City?
I thought it was definitely a lot like New York, and I like it because I really like New York. So it's like New York, but in Mexico, I guess.
What about you? What's your first impression?
It's kind of just like a classic big city. I've been enjoying it so far.
Regretting my choices. So we were 6 blocks away from our next stop, and I decided to get an Uber just so the girls wouldn't get tired because I didn't want them to complain about the walking. An hour. It took us an hour versus 6 blocks of walking. Okay. I'm good now though. Let's see the rest of Mexico City. There's so many lessons to be learned from traveling. Especially every time that you arrive in a new city, it works differently. There's a new way to do things, and you make mistakes or make choices that are not preferable. The Uber was hot and stuffy, and the gentleman spent the whole hour talking about how he had to take us the long way because the streets were closed up. Something that happens very often in Mexico. By the end of it, I was quite stressed out, and the kids were kind of stressed out, and I thought I could get over it quickly, but I soon realized that wasn't the case. What better than ice cream and coffee and time to just be, to make us feel better.
What was your thought process?
It melted. She stole my stir. You stole my stir. Coffee is not as good as Chapla's coffee, but it's not bad. But you stole it first.
You can't even open the cup.
You stole my stir.
You guys are really aggressive, cranky people. You know?
We're very cranky.
But like, you get aggressive when you're cranky.
You too.
Yeah, but then I immediately regretted it. Immediately move on.
Immediately. How was the ice cream?
It was good. It tasted like chocolate. It tasted more like, it had more the consistency of like a gelato. It was good though.
How was your coffee?
Good. I would have liked a straight straw. But, since you
I'm
melted
sorry I melted your straw. I me too. I'm sorry. My popsicle was great, and the coffee, like I said, not Chiapas coffee. I have been pampered for too long. Oh my god, I feel so much better. I'm so glad we took a break. Like, the weather, like the sun has set a little bit, so it's nice and cold. What is that? What are we looking at?
The Marlowe collection. It's ugly.
Of what? It just looks like sparkly stuff. And now they're actually in the mood to stop at places. Stopping was imperative in whether we would enjoy Mexico City or not. And we ended up really enjoying ourselves. The day after that progressed beautifully. We got to see stores that we hadn't seen in so long because San Cristobal, the place we live at, is very small. And we don't have major stores like Mexico City does. So they got to go to Miniso, which they love. And we only have in Tuxtla. And we got to go back to the Zócalo and see it in golden hour. And I even got to shop, like try on things and buy a cute dress. I was so excited about that. And then when it got dark, we got to a place that had one of my favorite artists in display. Well, actually, it was a combination of Salvador Dali and Rodin. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Dali is my favorite artist by far, and this exhibit was amazing. To me, like the coolest part of travel and being in cities is the diversity in what you are able to experience and learn and absorb. Like you never know what your experience is going to be like. Everything is always so unique. And of course, we had to close out the evening with some food. And we chose birria tacos because they were supposed to be like a staple in Mexico City. Although they look nothing like TikTok. We had too much fun shopping. We haven't been shopping in a long time. In San Chris, we go to a lot of thrift shops, but not actual stores. So it's kind of cool. Now it's time for some grub. It's like a tacos de birria, which I believe is lamb, and it comes with a consomme. Please, you dip in there.